Welcome to the 74 Escape Gallery and Store Meet the Designer series. I'm Öykü and I'll be introducing you to some of the Turkish designers who are a part of the store this year. The 74 Escape Gallery and Store celebrates and champions homegrown talent emerging from a heightened sense of solidarity and unity after the last difficult 6 months. Let's meet the designers. Hello everyone, I'm Öykü Baştaş and we are here with Laris from LAR Studio. Hi. Maybe do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us the story of your brand?
I was born in New York and I lived all my life mostly in Istanbul. And I studied graphic design in Central St. Martin's. And then when I came back to Turkey, I worked a few places, but I didn't feel like I fit in anywhere to the, corporations and stuff. So yeah, I always wanted to do my own thing. And I was really interested in print and, analog print and collage and stuff. So yeah, this is how LAR Studio basically developed. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you for sharing with us. Can you maybe tell us a little bit about your most unforgettable escapes that have inspired you or inspired the identity of your brand? Like some vacation memories, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, there's a few, I would say. I don't know where to begin, but well, okay, I'll tell one, for instance, but it is in January, right before the Corona thing happened, we actually traveled with my family to Mexico, and we did a road trip. And on the road trip, there were really interesting signs and places you could stop by, and cervezas shops and stuff. So yeah, I think that was really interesting because the road signs there, the typography was really beautiful, and generally the landscape, the architecture was also really beautiful. Yeah, that's just one.
I would love to see Mexico. I've never been there.
It's beautiful, so colorful as well.
Yeah. And where else do you search for inspiration, and how does travel shape the development of your new pieces?
I think travel really gives a lot of inspiration because, when you're in a specific place for a long time, you stop seeing all the details, for instance, I'm looking at a building right now, it's green and it's cracked and it looks really interesting, but I see it every day, so I don't notice it. But when you travel somewhere, you notice all the details, like I don't know, for example, when I was in Lisbon, you would really see these signs and architectural elements from the 80s. You could see it's from an era, and you can see all the details, and I quite like that. So when you travel, I think it's your mind kind of refreshed and you see stuff in more detail, which I like.
Yeah, otherwise it loses interest. If you see it every day, then it gets boring,
Yeah,
I agree with you. Can you please share with us your latest favorite piece from your collection, maybe?
Yeah, let me think.
It's a hard question.
It's really hard because I like everything and I don't like everything at the same time, because it's you produce them, and after you produce them, people like them, but you kind of always see them all the time. So you're okay, I had enough of you. I need the new collection now, I think my favorite probably is Halikarnas Pareo, because I don't like referencing stuff very directly, this is about the club scene or this is about this or that. But because it's it's about a place that used to exist that I wouldn't want to go there if it existed now. But it's just this ephemeral fantasy you had left in your head of a place and time. and what I remember from my childhood, really, you know. So it's like a fantasy of a place that existed.
Yeah, that's nice actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe like what can you say about your brand, like tied to our like culture, to our geography, to our history? Do you get inspired by like Turkish culture?
Um, I think I get inspired a bit in a way. Um, you know, when I was in London and I was studying there, my work was much more like abstract.
Mm-hmm.
It was much more minimal.
Mm-hmm.
And now when I'm back in Istanbul, my works become like really maximalistic. You know, like I compare the old work and I look at the new stuff. It has nothing to do with each other.
Yeah,
But
it's the city, you know.
yeah, totally. I mean, it's like you just get inspired naturally, and
Mm-hmm.
also I think there's so much like beauty, and you it's like also like the in general the landscape is very like beige, you know, green. It's like not much color. People don't really wear color.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would like to see people wear more color, and it's like kind of like a contrast with my
Yeah.
brand.
Yeah. Okay, I agree. Yes. And maybe, do you have like a favorite spot, like favorite summer stays that you have done in Turkey before?
Mm. Well, last summer, me and my friends, we actually um, took a boat trip
Mm-hmm.
uh, in the Fethiye coast, like those coasts, and it's really beautiful because it's really calm and the sea is beautiful and the landscape's beautiful. So we just got like loads of wine and fish, and she had a bachelorette party, my friend.
Oh,
Yeah, it was really nice because you know, like some of them I didn't actually know them, the girls on the boat.
yeah.
But I mean, in general, like Asian coast has such a nice vibe. You just get along so well, and it's like just beautiful. So
Yeah,
like,
I love it here. It's
yeah.
yeah. Um, Other than Turkey, like what is your most unforgettable Mediterranean escape?
Well, 3 summers ago, I went to Spain, and I was there for like 2 months because
Mm-hmm.
I knew someone special there, anyways. And we took a road trip to the north of Spain,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the French border. It's a town called Cadaqués,
Mm-hmm.
and it's where Salvador Dali lived, and he had a summer house in a fisher town. Dali basically didn't want people to renovate and gentrify the area. It was going to become a resort area, but he was like, I want Cadaqués to remain the way it is,
Yeah.
like a fish town, fisherman's town. So he bought most of the town from Spain.
Wow.
Yeah, and he actually the architecture is so beautiful, so surreal, and so modest. It's like all like white, and it's all like really like curvy aesthetics. You know, it's kind of like a bit like Mexico in a way, and it's really beautiful. And his house also, it's like so surreal, like him.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but yeah, you should definitely go to his house in
Yeah,
Delhi.
it sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will definitely go. Um, do you want to tell us about your new projects? Like what's new, what's coming for your brand?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this year is a really weird year. We all know. So
Crazier for everyone.
yeah, it's a really weird. I mean, you're a model, so I can't even imagine for you. You're like traveling all the time. This is your life. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I was supposed to go to New York, but I couldn't. So we're doing a project with shoes label called Sabah.
Mm-hmm.
They take shoes from Diyarbakir, and they sell them in New York and many stores around. And we're doing like a scarf collaboration and many other collaborations with them about print.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, nothing yet, honestly, because I just finished the collection, and I just, I've been in the COVID and stuck at home all the time. So I just want to get my mind free, like.
Yeah, and like same for me. It's been a really crazy year, so I think it's okay to just survive this year.
Yeah, exactly.
um, and what can you say about like joining the 74 Escape Gallery and Store? What it means for you to be among this selection of like homegrown talents, or like what pieces we can find there?
Um, I think the project is really beautiful. Firstly, I really love the branding.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it has a poem, and I also have a poem in some of my tags, so it's a catch. Second of all, I think it's really beautiful that they did this project at a time like this,
Mhm.
especially because retail, like physical retail, face-to-face retail is kind of dead, and everything's online. So it's really nice to see a project like this.
Yeah, I agree. It's nice to see local talent also.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah. And maybe like what pieces can we find there when we go to the store?
Like the ones I like, you mean?
Yeah, like can you tell us about them?
Yeah, I mean, my personal favorites is my friend Zeynep Severges ceramics actually.
Oh, yes.
Uh,
Mine
I
too, actually.
actually have one here.
Oh,
Yeah, this is my favorite. It's also a LAR blue, so yeah, I
yes.
totally love it. Um, and I mean, there's many more beautiful designs, but also Mesut Öztürk's ceramics. I mean, I'm a sucker for ceramics, so they're beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Thank you for joining us. Do you want to add something else? Do you want to tell something?
No, I would just like to say, I mean, even though maybe you can't travel, try to enjoy the sun as much as you can. Because it's beautiful. But I mean, I wish I could travel more. But this year we can't do anything.
Okay. Thank you so much then. Bye.